And we have the Wicked Witch of the Midwest is already joining us. Welcome to the Purple Door Wytch Wave. We're going to let it sit here for a few minutes and let people get logged in. Let us know if you can hear everything okay. Is it coming in all right? As we're waiting for folks to come into the live stream, get yourself centered, sit in a comfortable position. I'm going to adjust our lights here. Can you hear us okay, Shannon? Shelley? It wasn't the bomb, it was the microwave. Hello, Chrissy. How you doing, Mr. Reed? You are missed in my purveyance quite often lately. I've been thinking about you.
Hey everyone, I'm here too in the background. Don't want you to think I'm not here as well.
We're streaming from YouTube and Facebook both. And if you're watching on one of the other areas that we've shared this to, such as the Purple Door at the old church, we appreciate watching. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see your comments unless you're either over on the YouTube channel or our Gussy and Grymm page on Facebook. So at Gussy and Grymm on Facebook and the old church Purple Door on YouTube if you want us to see your comments.
That was Callie in the background. Further. For those of you that are new, Callie is our little husky. She's not little. Where are you, girl? Callie. Kelly. Kelly. There you are. Come here.
I will do
Good
this.
girl. Yep, she just ran into the chair. Good job. Lay down, babe.
I killed the music. Let me know if that helped with the sound quality. Yep. Thanks for coming over, Callie. Oh, nope. Don't trip over stuff. Much better. Okay. That's good to hear. You got folks coming in on your side there,
Yours is
Gussy?
really out of focus as it's supposed to be.
Well, I don't know how I can go about fixing that right now.
Okay.
It might just be the very poor light quality. Something just moved on the table.
I
Did you
saw
see that?
Yeah, I did.
What was that?
It was the candle, the lighter that you put there next to the books. It just moved.
That was weird.
There have been a few things that have moved on this table since you put it here.
And now we're in focus a little better. I'm sorry you couldn't hear us over the music. We thought that would be a nice treat to play our meditation video in the background. Okay. We're going to stay kind of dormant for the next 3 minutes or so. Come on, go. Lay down. I don't know why you suddenly decided you needed to be over here. Lay down.
Shelley says if you back the lens up, it gets clearer, but you can't really do that, can you?
Not really. It's just a constant adjusting to the light. Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. I'm just gonna. Mercury is definitely retrograde. Let's not forget.
Norma, I'd like to get Dizzy a link, but if I mess with the live stream at this point and leave the window, I risk disconnecting said live stream. I don't know if I could risk. Oh, you think you got her? Okay. Hello, Cheryl. We're going to wait for another minute and 20 seconds before we officially get started. Allow a few more people to get logged in. Don't be stingy with this live stream. Share it. Tag friends. Let the world know that we're getting ready to start. For those of you that brought a candle, if you haven't already lit it, now is the time. We're going to start with a cleansing. Palo Santo smoke. I unwind those energies that do not serve this moment in time. Those energies, those entities, vibrations, shadows that have accumulated since our last gathering are unwound in this smoke and cast back into the universe. To replace the void, I call in now all of the energies, deities, vibrations, those of the Fae, those of our ancestors, those that came before us, not of the human vibration. All of those lives that have existed in this realm, that have walked a spiritual path, that have chosen spirituality over the mundane, we ask for you to join us now. I am now going to light what will become our purple candle. Currently, it sits white with a base of purple on top. As this wax melts, it will take on the color of our community, the purple door. Purple, the light of energy, of healing. The purple that indicates that a witch lives here. As the white of the wax takes on the hues of the different colors of purple, let it be a reflection of the wave of power, of energy that we are putting together this evening. Within that votive holder are literally millions of little grains of purple mica. One single fleck does little to change the color of that candle. It is the combination of all the flecks brought together that will infuse its properties, its power, its energy into the white candle. Just as I am but one speck of magic, just as Gussy is one speck of energy within this realm, we call upon all of you that are joining us to add to this power, to this energy, to this purple wave of healing. Now the intentions are set.
You know, we're so glad that you're gathered here with us tonight. We know it's kind of late for some of us. It's after 11. But this hour, this time of night, is when we do some of our best witching. We haven't met at a late hour like this in quite some time. And we thought it would behoove us to do so. I'm really kind of glad that we did for a number of reasons. Some of them are kind of personal. I've had a really odd several days personally. I've been doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of thinking. I've had a lot of tears kind of come out of nowhere. You've probably heard Grymm and I mention that right now, astrologically speaking, we're in the process of renewing sacred contracts with people we know and love. We are in the process of moving forward into what we imagine is our next best step, our next manifestation of what we dream our life will be like. This is the next chapter in the story. Now, I've got to tell you, I'm sitting here, looking at our candles, looking at July 28th, realizing that the Lionsgate portal opened a little bit yesterday. It started its journey toward its apex on 8/8 of August.
The hinges are squeaking.
Yep, the hinges have opened and the door, the portal is opening and awakening again, getting stronger, growing wider, and it reaches its peak on 8/8. And those of us that are sensitive to this energy are already feeling it, and you may already be feeling it. You may also be feeling some of the effects of the meteor showers we have going on. You may be feeling the effects of Mars being closer to the moon than it has been before. And you also may be feeling the effects of what we mentioned, Mercury retrograde. This is a particularly strong Mercury retrograde too. It's like not really playing. It's playing. It really isn't. If something is going to happen, this is a great time for it. Uh-oh. Did I just hear a cat fight? That was weird.
I heard that too. And Callie's all kinds of agitated. So we got stuff moving on the table, strange noises in the background, an agitated dog.
And Leo energy here. You know, we've got the whole purpose of having this discussion tonight was to discuss this energy that we're really zooming right into. I mean, the summer is just flying right by. And this whole Lionsgate portal, it's usually a time of great manifestation, and it still is. It's a wonderful time to manifest, dream, make things happen. But also there are forces that work against us from being successful. They don't want us to be successful, because if we're successful, then we find joy, we find our sovereignty, we find our independence, our purpose. We think for ourselves and we do for ourselves. And, you know,
it's unfortunate that there are energies out that seem to feel that if one person is successful, it means another one has to be unsuccessful. So they hoard the success.
So what do we do here? What do we do as energetic beings? Hey, this cat is going to be, oh no, okay. As energetic beings, what do we do to try to balance that out so that we can I don't know, babe. I'm having a hard time with words flowing tonight. So, no, I am.
I feel you.
I've been waiting all week to do this one. Dizzy and I and a couple of other guild leaders have been talking about this particular witch wave and how important it is. We really need it. We need it for our our community, for our own energy. We need to, rebuild it. But it feels so disjointed right now, and like it's really not flowing. And even our intro didn't flow. So we've got some candles lit here on the table, but let's everybody just like move around for a second, shake yourself out, get yourself moving. Like I'm really feeling like you got to just move your legs, move your feet, move your arms, move your hands, move your neck, move, get some things flowing. I know it's 11 o'clock at night for some of us, but that's okay. Move a little bit, get your fingers moving, take some deep breaths. Oh, take some deep breaths, make some noise with yourself. Don't just sit in the corner, quiet. Take some deep breaths, sit
The
with
energy
yourself for a minute. I'm wanting to shake stuff up. It's like I know we're all a little bit tired, but let's remember this is energy here. It's available for us whenever we need it. It's available around us at all times, not just one in the afternoon or right after breakfast. It's available at all times, and it's available to us now. And I'm speaking as much to myself as I am to you all, because I'm feeling myself feeling kind of puny and tired, and I don't want that to happen right now. I want this to be a successful witch wave. Witch waves are really all about increasing vibrational frequency, joining our energy to the energy of the people that are with us in this liminal space, that are gathered here, witches that we know and love, also some new people that might join in. But we gather once a month, taking a little bit of a break, but we typically gather once a month to build this energy, to share this energy, to send this energy out in all directions to all Purple Door witches who need it, and really all community members, family, people we know, people in our lives that could use a little extra oomph, a little extra love, and a little extra hugs. So, it isn't all love and light out there, but we do our fair share to try to spread it at least once a month, and that's what we're doing tonight. Right, babe?
Yep.
So you are going to talk about the Schumann resonance, and
Not yet.
oh,
You had asked a question and it's been left hanging out there.
I asked a question.
Yeah, what do we do about
Oh.
this? And that's where my brain's been.
Oh, well, I thought I was answering the question.
Oh, okay. I had a different answer, I guess.
Oh, I guess so. You didn't notice I was answering? We are like night and day.
Well, before I want to get into the Schumann resonance, I want to get everybody grounded first, because that's part of the problem I think that we as a society, global society, have right now, is we are ungrounded.
Yeah, I agree.
So I guess when you asked that question, what do we do? I kind of derailed myself because I went off on this thought in my head about how I haven't been grounded and connecting to the energies in the way that I'm accustomed to. So I apologize for tuning you out when you were giving your answer. Wow.
Just par for the course tonight.
Look what just happened to the
I
candle.
know.
I'm just going to let that smolder for a moment. Everything in life is a frequency, a vibration. From the very moment of existence to this very moment today.
For God's sakes. I give up. I'm just gonna not even put this camera back up. I'm sorry, Grymm, but Mercury retrograde, baby. Sorry, everyone.
Do you know what caused it?
No, it just,
It's on a tripod.
I know. Tripod fell over. Sorry about that. Weird.
As I was saying, from the very moment of creation to this moment today, this now, everything started with a vibration. The spark of creation. We're not going to get tangled up in what created the spark, what pushed the movement of magic into the direction that we see today, manifested as physical reality, life on Earth. All of our lives, we've been told what life on Earth is supposed to be like, how we are supposed to conform, how we're supposed to blend in. But at the same time, we're told we're supposed to embrace our uniqueness, to walk our own path. Well, that gets downright confusing. Are we to conform, or do we walk our own path? Well, I think we do both. We conform to a reality that we want to manifest. And we do that by living the life that we want to see manifested. The Schumann resonance is a reminder of that. The scientific explanation being that of the echo of the lightning bolts that strike Earth, bouncing up and down between the ground and the upper atmosphere, creating a vibration, a frequency, and that's where science leaves it. But there's a magic behind it. It is physically impossible for the Schumann resonance to activate unless something of an electrical nature that has the same frequency as the diameter of Earth. The combined electrical output of every storm that takes place, every lightning strike, discharge of electricity adds to that Schumann. And as the frequency of electrical discharge builds, it reaches a point when that vibration reaches all the way around the Earth, bounces off of itself, and reverberates like a bell back to where it started. It's a frequency, a vibration. But it's not just the electricity in the sky. It's not just the randomness of thunder strikes, lightning strikes that contribute to it. It is every electrical discharge on planet Earth. Think about this for a moment. Every electrical discharge on planet Earth contributes to that frequency. Your very brain waves, our very heartbeats, our very consciousness is built on electrical discharge. We are that frequency. When I say every heartbeat, I don't mean that one single hummingbird causes a shamanic shift, but it is the combined heartbeats of millions and millions of hummingbirds that build in frequency until they reach a point of 7.38 hertz, the diameter of the Earth. Their combined frequency bounces back to source. My heartbeat, Gussy's heartbeat, your heartbeat, every heartbeat of every man, woman, and child walking the earth today, contributing to Gaia's heartbeat, to the resonance of life. How do we get back on track? We tune in. We look to what Gaia has already given us, a beat, a drum beat to march to. We ground ourselves into the earth, into the ground, but we stretch our arms up high, reaching into the sky. We don't solve the global problems by asking the globe to change. We solve the global problems by flowing with change, by becoming the change. Retune your heartbeat to creativity. Readjust your frequency to love, retune your consciousness to receive only what serves your greatest and highest good. And how do you do that? By tuning in. By tuning in to only those frequencies that resonate with your heart, mind, and soul. If one of those frequencies is out of chord, out of tune, then you are out of tune. And if you are out of tune, I am out of tune, because we're all connected. The heartbeat. My heart beats because your heart beats. It requires electricity. It requires power. And all of it comes from the same source. And all of it infused, embedded, ingrained into the very heartbeat of Mother Earth.
Take a deep breath now. Breathe gently on your own. Take a good cleansing breath or two. Allow yourself to either focus on the candle or focus on my voice. We've called upon our ancestors. We've called upon our past lives. We've called upon our animal, crystal, and plant allies that stand as guardian and sentinels in our lives. We've called upon any from the Fey realm. We've called upon those guardian spirits that stand with us as we make numerous decisions throughout our days. Allow yourself to feel surrounded with the love and the heartbeat of each and every person that's gathered in this space with us. You know these names, you know these energies. We've met here before. We've been here together before. Allow yourself to transcend the feeling of being tired. Allow yourself to transcend the feeling of being pulled into 1,000 directions. That Schumann resonance thrums and hums around us at all times. We were born into it. We live in it now. It can sometimes cause us to have unusual physical responses. And some of you might be aware of them even as we're sitting here now. Heart palpitations, brain fog, joint pain, migraines. The list goes on. But our bodies are adjusting to these frequency shifts, as are our emotions and our spiritual connection as well. All of it's connected. It's not apart from one another. So you really can't have one area improve and not the other two as well. They're all along for the show. Some of us try real hard to keep our spiritual self down, and we only focus on our physical self. We only focus on our emotional self, and we forget completely about the spiritual. And then we wonder why we're ill, why things are going wrong, why we can't seem to get in the flow. This is a call right now to step back into that flow, to rise up into the harmonic resonance that is the Schumann, that is the earth plane. I know that it has grown in frequency and in endurance. Its loudness is probably, if we could hear it, it would probably be earth-shattering. We'd probably not be able to stand the level if we could really hear it at our hearing range. But you know, we are surviving and thriving here. We are not meant to fold up and turn inward in this energy flux. We are not meant to curl up and softly fade away in this energy flux. We are here to roar like the lion that we know that we are. We are here to take our next best step, to look forward to what we can be, to what we know we are meant to be. We feel it all along. We've felt this shift coming. There is a big change. We don't know which direction it's coming from, but we can feel it. And we know that, yes, it's going to be painful for some. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle. It always is. That's what this world is about. But we stay focused on the positive. We stay focused on our outcome. We stay focused that working together as a tribe, as a coven, as a community, we can thrive together in this new earth, in this new world. I know that there are parts of it that are lacking. I know that there are parts of it that are leaving us scared and wanting. There are parts of it that are making us worried about what will be next for our children and future generations. But we have to promise ourselves to not give up. We have to promise ourselves to still hold hands, to play Red Rover. We are not going to let things fall apart. We are rising together in a way that we never saw possible. And we are remembering who we are with each breath, with each heartbeat. Allow that energy to stir within your solar plexus, within your heart chakra. Allow it to swirl up from the base of your feet, from the very Mother Earth. Swirl up and swirling up through your knees and your chest and your heart and your head. Let it flow, let it flow. There's no need to keep it inside. Close your eyes and imagine yourself being a fountain of energy, shooting out the top of your head. It happens all the time. You just don't see it.
It happens when we turn ourselves into conduits and stop hoarding the energy.
Allow yourself to build that energy. It might look like a tiny white spark. It might look like a tiny purple flame. Yours might already be a raging flame. It might be a beautiful purple glow. With each breath that you take now, allow yourself to lift that purple energy upward. Allow it to drift upward toward ascension, upward toward higher perspective, upward toward taming that lion, brushing the mane, and being prepared for what comes next. This is a time of resolute shift and divine intervention. Seize your seat at the table, because we're all there. We're all part of this shift.
Don't ask for a seat. The seat has already been reserved with your name on it. Take it. It's yours.
Doesn't mean that you haven't earned it. Doesn't mean that it's just been given to you somehow. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve to sit in that seat. It's exactly the opposite. You have worked your way to this point in your life. You have served yourself. You have served spirit. You have served your family. It is time to take that next step into what best serves you. Where will you go? What will you find? This next part of the adventure cannot be thought out too clearly. It can't be planned out very far because that's not what this is about. This is about shifting on a dime and being able to do so. This is about being resourceful when needed, seeing opportunities when presented with them, being able to ask for what you need, and being able to receive it when it's offered. This is a big step for humanity, and you're a part of it. I had this whole plan of getting our paper out and drawing pictures and writing words and taking notes and feeling inspired about what it is that came out of my mouth or Grymm's mouth tonight, inspired by spirit, encouraged by our ancestors.
You did inspire something, though.
But if all we do tonight is take that breath and rise that energy up, rise it up to meet Earth's energy, the thrum of the earth, rise it up to fill in the harmonic gaps that need to find a harmonious resonance within themselves so that peace on earth can actually be achieved. We aren't close to it right now, folks. We aren't close to being able to achieve that. But we have to continue to remember that it's possible. It's possible.
The more of
It's
us believe in that possibility, the more likely we will succeed.
Take another good deep breath from your head to your toes. As we sort of lounge around in this purple glow energy, I want you to realize that it's flowing around the earth. Even as we sit in our rooms with our eyes closed and our candles lit, our intentions set forward to help heal the planet, to help balance this world. We send our purple energy out to help not only ourselves, but other Purple Door witches and their communities and families. This is something we've been doing together since 2015, and it's there for the taking, it's there for the asking. Just lean in.
The Schumann resonance is a frequency. It is a combined frequency of every entity that has ever existed in this realm. It is the combined electrical discharge echo of every life that came before you and every life that is here now with you. And it is a frequency that we can tune into, just like a radio. And carried within that frequency is the hopes and aspirations, wants, desires, goals, and every other good thing that every person that has ever lived has dreamt. Tune in to that frequency.
Lift yourself up.
Mixed into that frequency is all the garbage too. A couple of you have commented about there's disease, there's war, there's famine, there's hatred, there's hurt, there's confusion.
Lift yourself up.
That too is a vibration. That too is a frequency. And if we allow ourselves to tune into that, what do we perpetuate?
The negative forces out there love to feed off our fear, our negativity, our lack of motivation, our anger, our grumpy. It loves to feed off of it.
Hungry.
The best way to combat that is to keep on pushing through.
Stop.
And that doesn't mean ignore your feelings. It doesn't mean swallow stuff to try to keep yourself level. It means work on you. Understand where you're coming from. Be okay with the times that things aren't perfect. They're not going to be. And there are times when you're going to feel down. There are times when you're going to feel like you're bringing the group down. But you're not.
What brings the group down is when you're not living your authentic spiritual self and you allow that to shadow your hearts and how you react and respond to the people around you.
Lift yourself up.
As you lift up, those around you have a choice to lift with you or to stay behind. But their decision has no bearing on the frequency that you tune into.
You know what's funny, Grymm? I have to describe something to you.
Hmm.
So, whoops. Well, the heck. That time that was my fault.
Just needed a new camera angle.
Ow, for crying out loud. Now it won't even stand. Jeez. Okay, I don't even know. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. We all know we need better equipment. No joke there. Now I've forgotten what I was going to say because.
I
was, when we were doing the visualization just now, it was funny because I saw myself. Do you remember those Saturday morning after ABC Schoolhouse Rock?
Mm-hmm.
The Schoolhouse Rock series. How many of you remember Schoolhouse Rock? I love Schoolhouse Rock. And I was just imagining myself like one of those little Schoolhouse Rock characters.
Yeah.
With like this little Superman cape and a little star. And I was imagining myself like going from like this level of existence and living, this vibrational frequency.
Uh-huh.
I imagined myself as this little Schoolhouse Rock character, like flying up in a burst of stars and rainbows up to a higher level of frequency. Yes, where the Schumann resonance is, bouncing off the ionosphere. I
had a inspiration too when we were talking because you visualized the Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I envisioned well, I do know why. Tree is our thing.
Trees are our thing, yes.
But I got to thinking about how trees don't grow by stretching their roots into the ground. They grow by it. This is an amazing thing. Think about this. They vibrate the soil out of their way. They rapidly vibrate at such a high frequency as they push into the soil that it just shoves the stuff out of the way that does not serve them, those roots.
Isn't that interesting?
And then when they find a patch of soil that has the microbes and the nutrients that they wish, they stop that vibration and absorb until they consume what they need from that location. And then they vibrate again and move along until the next spot of nutrient. And
I guess we're just vibrating along too, aren't we?
We're just vibrating along too. But that's what I was envisioning. So you had your Schoolhouse Rock dude, and I had this vibrating tree roots just. Well,
I'm not sure what is next for all of us. It's such an uncertain time. And I know it would be super easy to get caught up in being fearful and scared and worried about stuff. And, certainly we need to be cautious.
So we do know what's next for those that don't shift. More of the same. Those that do shift.
More of the same.
Those that do shift, we may not know what's coming, but it's going to be something different and with magical intention. We need more people on our raft.
That shifts and changes too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So I have a request for all of you. I know we did not get our books out to write or do any kind of, this is the one I brought. It's even purple. And I was going to doodle and draw. But I encourage you to, on your piece of paper, either as we're sitting here and kind of talking, if you feel like doodling while we're still chatting, kind of put some of your thoughts down on your feelings of what you were thinking or what came to mind as we were doing this. And we're going to use this as a jumping off point for next month's witch wave as well. We're going to use it as a way to show our growth spiritually together. You might want to keep these pages in your grimoire if you have one. I am not exactly sure where that is headed, but I was absolutely guided by spirit regarding that about a week ago.
About the drawing.
About drawing and writing in a journal or on a piece of paper that you
How-
can put in your grimoire.
How would you feel about maybe after tonight's live stream, charge folks with meditating on their own and drawing what comes natural and then sharing them next live stream
They want to share.
if they want to share?
I mean, I would never require anybody
That's true.
to share anything.
Hey, we got some hashtag withstandings popping up.
Hashtag withstanding.
If you're-
Absolutely.
That I prompted it here on the YouTube, but if you're getting something out of this live stream, please comment with hashtag withstanding.
It sounded like you were going to cry. Are you getting emotional over there?
No, I'm just all tore up with emotions. We got a new name here with us today that's been pretty active in the YouTube chat. Dubstep Kid, born in 1985, so Schoolhouse Rock was not quite a thing for that.
Nope. No, it was not a thing. But it was fun for those of us that experienced
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rock.
And Dubstep says there is definitely a shift coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And, be prepared between now and the end of the year. There are going to be, some big shifts still coming.
I think we're going to...
People still crossing, lots of people.
I know right now in the world we're feeling a huge shift. I don't want to go this direction, but we're feeling a big political shift worldwide. Once the dust of that settles, I think there's going to be enough pissed off people with a spiritual mindset to offset whatever fuckery's coming down the pike.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, I definitely think that we've, reached some type of a tipping point.
I think we have.
But
But a tipping point does mean sometimes it gets worse before it gets better.
Right,
A tipping point means you have to fall.
And sometimes if there's another tipping point after the first one,
Yep,
they kind of line up like dominoes, don't they?
they do.
So, yes, please. That's what I would love you to do tonight or tomorrow or sometime, but it's always good to do it when it's fresh. Take your book or your paper and your pen or your markers and make yourself a page that reflects what today was about, or what tonight's witch wave was about. I'm going to do that very same thing for myself. I'm going to make a page in this book and then revisit it next month and add to it. And I hope you do the same. Shall we wind it up here, babe?
Yeah, we are at 54 minutes. I thought I'd give it a couple of minutes to just ease into the closing down of tonight's live stream. I want to thank everybody that has participated in tonight's building of energy. Before we officially close it down, we do need to release the wave. Ordinarily, we release the wave by visualizing it bursting out from yourself and then moving outwards to the next person who grabs a hold and adds to it, and it goes out and it wraps around the world. But this time, as you visualize drawing in that purple healing energy, that light of balance, that frequency of the witch, hold it. Hold it. Hold that purple vibration inside of you and think about it. Every day, find an opportunity to pluck a little more of that purple energy out of the universe and embed it inside of yourself. Hold it. This is the one time I'm going to say you're a battery, because we need a reserve. And then by this time next month, our next witch wave, we will have accumulated a month's worth of focus on the Schumann resonance, on that purple healing resonant light that we all have access to. That is when we will release it back to Mother Gaia's heartbeat, back to the frequency, back to the resonance that has fed us for eons. We were born into her heartbeat. We must give back to it as well.
One last deep cleansing breath for yourself. Feel yourself once again present in the room that you're sitting in. Feel yourself present in the chair or the bed or the bench that you're sitting on. Make yourself aware of the sounds and the smells and the other stimuli around you. Bring your consciousness back to your little corner of the world. I'm so glad that you joined Grymm and I here tonight. I'm so glad that even though some of us were a little grumpy and things were a little bumpy, we made it through. We persevered and created a another wonderful Purple Door Wytch Wave. I'm honored to be here with all of you. I love you all so much, and I'm glad that we're here once a month. I'm glad we're all still here. I'm feeling a little bit emotional. It's been an emotional weekend and week for me. As I mentioned at the top of the opening of this witch wave, I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Grymm and I send so much love out toward you, especially as this Lanasa is approaching us on Friday. Some of you may call it Lamas, First Harvest Festival. We'll be celebrating with a ritual here at the old church, and I really wish you were here with us. I want to give you all a hug. Thanks for the purple energy, folks.
You got to make it go another minute, 10 seconds now.
Another minute, 10 seconds?
Yeah, we gotta at least make it a full hour.
Okay, so I could say stay magical really slowly.
I can say silver shoes.
Really slowly?
And, let's do this. How many hashtags do we have?
Oh my gosh.
There's the obvious.
Hashtag withstanding.
Yep.
Hashtag wise words.
Yep.
Hashtag next best step. Hashtag
Wolfpack.
What's wrong with me? Why can't I think of what's next? Hashtag what's wrong with me is not a hashtag. Do not use that one. We do not erase.
Will
Cancel.
one of our Dupps please make a hashtag
We need a hashtag
list?
That's funny.
And to my wolf pack, Aroo.
Aroo. Love you all. And I hope you have a blessed evening, and I hope that you stay magical.
Stay magical.